Alright, so, we're here. We're streaming. I'm live. And I want to talk about the craziest vacation I have ever had. Um, 2 out of 10. We'll start there. Yeah, I literally, I'm not joking when I say we just walked back in the door. I just came in here, turned on my computer, and just began rolling. Because this is insane. My life is pretty uneventful for the most part, but this was a little nuts. So let's start by saying no, I didn't go to some crowded area to get the scary disease and stuff. I came because of some circumstances that, wanted me to go. And basically, it was an isolation vacation. We went, got away from people for a little while because our town just started racking up on cases. So we decided we would take temporary leave and we would go and we'd just go, away from people for just a little while and then we'd come back. But we started off the trip, so we booked this beautiful cabin for a family of 4. And the inside, it's just so pretty, pool table, all this nice stuff. So we unlock the cabin, we go inside, and this cabin is about the size of of an apartment. It looks so big on the outside. I mean, it looks massive. You would just assume it was like a big, chunky, nice cabin. And then you go inside, and I mean, you could touch the walls. It was so small. It had an upstairs area, and listen, I'm a tall person, so I get this problem. But my mom is 5'4", way shorter than I am by a margin. And upstairs, the ceiling hangs so low, she had to duck. And you can imagine, because my sister and my grandma, they got the downstairs bedroom. Me and my mom, I got the upstairs bedroom, and then she got the other bedroom upstairs. And we get up there, oh, there's 2 beds, and it'll be nice. Well, there was only 1 bed. It was just really big. Which isn't the worst, but, I ended up sleeping on the couch for the trip, because, But that's not what made this trip so insane. But, so the upstairs is about, I would say 4 foot high at its lowest, and about 5'6" at its highest. I mean, it's not, and the stairs go forever, which is funny because, the place isn't even that high. They just built it. They built it the only way, the only physical way in the world that would make the stairs take this long. So we had to, travel up a mountain to get up here. So we put all our stuff down. We sit back and relax. And we're like, okay, this is not off to a good start. But there's a pond in the back. We're going to go out there and trout fish. The whole trip. We're just going to have a nice trout fishing experience. Well, that's not what happened. We go out back, and we expected the pond to be a shriveled up mud puddle even before we got there. I mean, that's just our luck. Well, no, actually, the pond was really big. It was, decent. It wasn't a small pond. That's one you can, swim in. And it not, you not hit the edge. But That's not the problem. The problem is there's all this, like, disgusting, toxic algae just chilling at the top of the water. And that's an issue. Because we're trying to fish for trout. And one thing you may not know about trout is they're clean water fish. You're not going to find them in dirty, polluted, like, poop water. They don't live there. They can't live there. It's impossible. They would die. They're, like, really clean and spiffy fish. But the problem was that, alright, the algae's really bad. Every time we cast it, we got snagged. But the problem was, our neighbors were this elderly couple, and we thought nothing of it. Because, you know, there's nothing really to be suspected of. There's nothing suspicious about a bunch of old people. Let's start there. So we just thought these were a nice old, like, this sweet old couple who wanted to come out and get a nice getaway and have a good old time. Well, we start talking to them, and then we realize these people are absolutely insane. We'll get to that in a minute. There's a basement to this, like, 2-foot building. And the basement has the washing machine and the trash can in this place that was no bigger than my closet. But the creepy part was there was this boarded up room connected to it with a lock and chains, like, you were not allowed to go in there. And there was a light on, and I was like, yeah, well, if Leatherface is real, that's where he's living. And honestly, he's probably living there. Nothing ever came of that. I'm just gonna say that now before you go, oh my god, did someone come out now? Nothing. We don't know what was behind it. We never opened it. We never risked it. We just kind of didn't like it. We just didn't go down. But we realized these elderly couple are bonkers. Oh well. Next thing, not so exciting, but I mean, it's exciting for me. A turkey walked up and was like, hey, pet me, bitch, and, you know, we did. It was a pretty docile turkey. I mean, nothing really, I mean, it was a cool experience, but nothing insane. It was just here or there. But again, this story's about to take a turn. So we go up. Keep this in mind. We go to fish. We go out there in the middle of, like, the afternoon after a nice where did we eat? Was it, I mean, we ate at a couple places. There was a Carino's up there that we ate that has the best pizza ever. If you have a Carino's, please try it. Listen, I don't even like Italian food. I'll be the first to say that. I hate Italian food. But that pizza was the best ever. It was homemade, made from scratch, perfect pizza. And we also ate at Joe's Crab Shack, which is my second favorite restaurant. But we're not here to advertise good restaurants. We got back from eating at another place. I don't remember, but we went there, we ate, we came back, and we were just gonna fish the night. We were just gonna fish the day away, catch some trout. Well, again, there were definitely not trout in that water. It was, I think that the old couple, not to be rude, I think they were literally taking dumps in there. And before you say, don't be mean to the old people, I'm gonna say whatever I want about them, because those are like the worst, most trashy human, redneck trash, waste of breath I have ever seen in my life. And that sounds harsh, but these people were despicable. I mean, it was just a deplorable action, one after another. So first of all, they proclaimed it as their pond. They stock it, they do all this and that. It's not their pond. It's public property. In fact, I don't even think they lived in the cabin, because, like, 2 days ago, well, not, yeah, this morning we went out, and then the old couple had gone, so I don't even think they live there, to be quite honest with you. I think they were just renting it, or something. I don't know, they could have lived there, but it just seemed weird. But that's not the point. Point being, we get there and we're fishing, and the old guy walks out on his balcony, and we look up, and we're like, alright, whatever. That's a normal thing to do, walk out on your balcony. We haven't talked to them yet, though. This is before we had realized these people were bonkers. But this guy, we're like, oh, the old guy's staring out at the water, just enjoying. And then he busts out this long rifle and just starts opening fire on the water. And I'm not kidding, we have video of this. Because we were going to call the police, because what the fuck is going on? Why did this guy just suddenly start shooting? And then, he did this for 2 days. Every time we walked out there, he'd walk out there with his little rifle, and he'd start shooting at the water. And we just did not know why. We thought he was trying to kill that turkey at first. Because he was aiming where we last saw the turkey, around the only tree in that whole area. But then it was apparent when he started shooting that he was not going after a turkey, because last time I checked, turkeys weren't aquatic. I don't think they're aquatic. Let me just say that. But he takes out this rifle, and like I said, he's just opening fire, and it's scaring the crap out of everyone. I mean, he's not firing at us, which, thank God, but still, it was terrifying, because old man Cotton Eye Joe here, I'm not sure if he could see what he was shooting. I mean, this guy was in his 80s, at the least. The fact that he could hoist the damn gun, I mean, that was overcompensating to the max. That's like the biggest rifle I've ever seen. I can't tell you what type, I don't know guns, but I know it was a rifle for sure. It was a bolt-action rifle. But he's just opening fire on the water every once in a while. I mean, he's not just like machine gunning the water. I mean, we'll be sitting there for like 30 minutes. Boom! There it goes. Another gunshot rings out. Well, then he walks over that night while we're fishing. We're like, oh Christ, here he comes. We're pretty sure that we're about to be shot to death. But now he's like, oh, don't worry, I'm just shooting at the turtles in the pond. And I was like, why are you shooting at the turtles? He's like, they're them snapping turtles. They eating all the fish I put in there. We can't be doing that. We can't be having that. And I was like, alright, I guess I understand it. Well, we hadn't seen him shoot anything prior. So, I mean, the cycle kept going. We went out one night to get my sister some headphones, because she somehow found a way to snap hers clean in two. And, alright, let me say something right here that is ridiculous. Why in the world does so, we looked everywhere for these dumb headphones, like, I'm not kidding. But why do they have headphones at freaking CVS, a nobody market? Don't tell me, oh, I love going to CVS. It's not a nobody. It's a nobody market. Nobody goes to CVS other than like the two people who are somehow keeping the whole place in business. Like, really? But we go there and we get headphones and we come back. And then I start fishing again. Also, we had Baskin Robbins, which we don't have where I live. It's where we had to drive 4 hours to get to this place. But there's this thing. It's an iced coffee Oreo mix. It's the greatest thing that's ever been created, and I feel like that's the best drink of all time. Oh, it's perfecto. But again, I'm not here to talk about fast food placements. I'm here to talk about what happened, what kept going on. So, up until this point, we had caught 2 fish. 2 brim, or bluegill. Technically bluegill, but old man Joe at the other place is like, brim, not bluegill. But, I had caught in this, I would say like 2-ounce bluegill, and then my sister caught a 1-pound bluegill. Again, we're not here to toot the horns of a bluegill. eventually, I mean, we had been casting out, we had been frustrated, I mean, we were pissed. Just beyond, because the picture of the pond was a pretty, like a beautiful, clear pond with a fountain in the middle of it, with lily pads, like, perfectly capped foliage around it, like, you know, it was not taken care of, it was dirty, disgusting, the fountain just worked, I mean, it sputtered barely. It was the worst pond I've seen. Like, there was algae over, the whole pond was just bright green from the algae that was sitting at the top of the water. The only place that didn't have algae was around the fountain, where the fountain was causing too much current for the algae to fucking exist. But eventually, I finally get a bite out of nowhere. And I thought I'd hooked one of the so-called weird turtles in my pond. Yeah, there was no visual proof of turtles in his pond, let's be real. I'm gonna tell you this now. Up until this point, we'd only seen one turtle, and it was a little baby red-eared slider that just kind of hobbled up to shore and was looking for like a tadpole to eat or something. I don't know. But we're like, yeah, I'm pretty confident that there's not snapping turtles in here. I mean, like, my grandma sat out on the balcony and watched me fish the whole time because, like, what else is she gonna do, really? And, I mean, she saw nothing out there. I didn't see anything out there. No one saw anything out there. But, I mean, this guy was still opening fire on something, so we were like, alright, I guess there's snapping turtles. I mean, I didn't recall there being any, but oh well. But well, like I said, back to the thing I hooked. I thought I had hooked a turtle, because I've caught turtles before. It happens when you fish. It's not something you like. It's not something you ever want to do. It just happens at points, and it sucks. I mean, I hate doing it, because I feel really, really bad. But I reel up. Well, I don't reel up. I mean, this was a 5-minute battle. And that doesn't sound like a lot in real life time, right? But when you fish, you don't go by real life time. You go by fishing time. Fishing time goes way slower than normal time. Like, 1 minute feels like 10 minutes. So I felt like I was fighting that fish for an hour. Oh, well, I just already really revealed what it was. Alright, well, it wasn't a turtle. So we finally reel up our rod. I finally reel up my rod after 12 years of just agony, because I can't reel in the damn fish. And guess what's on the end of my line? A 5-pound largemouth bass. I have never seen over a 2-pound largemouth bass in my life. Because where I live, our water's too mucky and nasty to even, like, host life. I only get to fish occasionally at this one place, and it's not known for bass. I mean, there are bass. We catch a lot of stripers there, but none over, like, I think the biggest the biggest fish we caught there was my mom caught a 3-pound striped bass one day. And that's the biggest thing we had seen up to this point. I mean, I'm covered head to toe in mud where I had to wrestle the fish onto shore. It fought. I had this, like, 3-pound trout rod. It was not meant, let me tell you, it is not meant at all for big fish like that. I mean, my rod literally fell into 2 pieces while I was reeling the damn thing in. But we finally get it in. I hork him up. I get a beautiful picture. Best fishing moment I've had ever. Because, you know, I've never caught anything this big. I'm so excited. And, I mean, that's not why I'm telling this. I'm really excited. Granted, I caught the big boy, but that's not why I'm telling this. So me and Mom had a celebration. Like, holy crap, we did it. We caught, like, a really good fish. We're not used to doing that. And then my mom's like, hey, I caught something. I think I got a big one, too. And I'm like, ooh, I can't believe it. We're going to double up on big bass. It wasn't a bass. It wasn't a catfish. It wasn't a fish. It wasn't a dead duck. It was... Well, my mom was using a bluegill rod. I mean, this thing was about 2 ounces. And because that's all we had. We were going to pack my good rods, but the damn car couldn't fit them, so we just had to bring her little shitty ones. But that's not the point. My mom reels it up, and it's the corpse of a baby turtle that this guy had killed. Not an adult snapping turtle, not even a snapping turtle at all. A baby red-eared slider he had shot for no reason other than he thought it was and I went over there and I was like, dude, that's not fucking legal here. You can't be doing that, right? It's snapping turtle, and I was like, that's not a snapping turtle. Snapping turtles aren't bright fucking green with the fucking red dots on their head and yellow stripes. That ain't a snapping turtle. Trust me, I know my reptiles. And he's like, whatever, it's still my pond, I can do whatever I want. Well, so here's a life fact for anyone who's uneducated in this. And actually, and that's not an insult. You're probably not educated in this because no one cares enough about this to, be educated in it. So if you don't know it, don't feel bad. You shouldn't know this. This is not information you should just have on hand. No person should just be, oh, well, I know that, there's fucking whatever, but this guy, so let's not mention he's just littering fucking away without a single fucking care. I'm picking up trash behind his old ass because he doesn't give a shit. And what do I see? Well, so like I was saying, I'm not gonna get there yet. I forgot what I was talking about. I got carried away. But the rule I was talking about is with turtles, you're not allowed to kill red-eared sliders where I live, as they're not an invasive species, they're not something you can eat, you're not allowed to kill them, period. It's just illegal to hunt them. That's just a fact. It's illegal to hunt red-eared sliders, let alone kill a baby. And I'll skip to the other part later, because it's gonna come out in a minute why that's important. Like I said, we confront this guy first, telling him, mate, you need to stop shooting, because it's not like you're just shooting, away from people. I mean, you're shooting, right in front of fucking us. That's not safe, just don't do that anymore. You need to cut it. It's my pond, I'll do what I want. What's that? Well, if you shoot one of us, I'm gonna shove my foot straight up your ass. But, again, not the issue. Next day, of this guy still shooting, littering, committing every crime against nature he can fucking figure out how to do while we're there. Dude, man. Do you have no shame? None? Not at all? I mean, your wife is already... she's not all there. She's a nice woman. Your wife's a great woman. But I don't know how she ended up like a crotchety fucking old man like you. I mean, his wife was pleasant. I mean, she'd come up and she'd be like, do you need anything? Do you want a drink? Do you want, anything you want, just ask and I'll try to get for you. I mean, she was pleasant. But, this old fucking crotchety old man, he just set his sights on basically just destroying wildlife as a whole. And again, if you litter once or twice, and you forget about something, that's understandable if you forget. That's okay. Oops, people forget, Well, I mean, this guy knew what he was doing. He just, chucking stuff back. No cares in the world. Be like, dude, like, that's, that's also illegal. He's like, this is my land. I can do what I want. It's not your land. At all, actually. This is public property that, you don't fucking own. I don't know why you keep saying you own it. You definitely do not. Like, that's just straight up, man. You do not own the property. It's public property. And you should probably get off it. Old crotchety here is not, he doesn't give a shit, obviously. And fucking second day, we just go and we're like, alright, let's just go fish. Just whatever. Don't let this guy ruin our trip. We're just gonna fish, have a good time. Man, I wish that's what happened. Second day, I catch something else. Guess what? It's another turtle. So the first thing is we don't have dirt on him the first time for the dead snapping turtle. I mean, not the dead red-eared slider. There's nothing on him again. No, there's nothing we can do about that. Because, there's technically not that big of a problem with it. It's against the law, but it's not, like, fucking too illegal, I guess. If it's... I'm not sure. Well, apparently it's sort of okay, but technically not. It's a weird law. But the point is, second day, this time we get this guy fucking caught red-handed. We hear a gunshot. We walk over there. And I cast my rod out over there, because I thought I saw something sink. And I snag it. Lo and behold, it's another turtle he shot and killed. This time, it's an actual snapping turtle. Well, good news. Confirmation there are snapping turtles in here, I guess. But, and you maybe say, oh, well, you can't be mad at him. He killed a snapping turtle. Fucking get over it, whiny bitch. No. If it was as simple as, oh, I killed a snapping turtle, I wouldn't care. It's like, alright, they're a pest. The problem was, remember that other law I said earlier? No, it's not a law. You can kill snapping turtles. That's all legal. There's a shell law. 12 inches or bigger is the only way to legally... Also, it's illegal to kill turtles with a gun here. Which, I personally think is kind of dumb. Because, like, what do you want me to do? Shoot it with a fucking bow? Like, why can't someone shoot a turtle that's killing all their stuff? Again, if there was a problem, and it was genuinely killing your stuff, then yes, you have all the right in the world to kill it. But when it's your fault that your stuff is dying, like, don't blame the damn turtles. That's your fault. You're littering, you're fucking just depleting the water with lead. I mean, I think you would die if you got one drop of water. Like, if you got a singular drop of water in your mouth, you would die of lead poisoning. I am, like, fucking... No wonder there's no fish there, because all of them are dead! Every one of them is probably dead. I mean, we only caught 3 fish the whole trip. We only saw 3 fish the whole damn trip. It's like, yeah, there is no fish here, because this guy is, like, poisoning the goddamn water. And everything here is dead now. So yeah, I assume there's nothing. But again, the law is 12 inches is a legal harvest. I can't fucking go, oh, you can't do that. Because it's all legal. But here's the thing. This turtle was not nearly fucking 12 inches. So, we got photos, we got photo evidence, we took a picture of the turtle, we took a picture of the wound, we took a picture of the ammo, we took a picture, well, I mean, we had to dig the bullet out of its neck, and that was one of the worst things I've ever done. But, we took a picture of the guy holding the damn gun, and we report his ass to Fish and Game Wildlife. Like, you guys need to deal with this guy. Like, he's littering. He's killing animals that aren't legal. I mean, he's committing every atrocity you can. And I don't know what happened. I never reported back, but I don't know if they came or not, because like I said, the day we were leaving, which is today, I got up, went out there to see if anything had happened. The old couple were gone. Car was gone. They were gone. A new couple were there instead. These two guys, their wife, kid. These two brothers, I would say, like, I mean, they're older brothers. I don't know why I'm even mentioning this, but their wife, and they had some kids with them, yada yada. So all I can assume is either the old couple knew that we had fucking caught on to them and they had to skedaddle, or the Fish and Game Wildlife had them evicted. Because there's a book there where you can report, oh, how much I love the cabin, so other people can see, oh, wow, these people love the cabin. Well, all we got was, like, nasty, this was literally not what we wanted. Like, we had ordered a cabin for 4 people. This accommodates 2 people at most. And I agree with that. That cabin was not capable of holding 4 fucking people. And it was really expensive, too. Because it was like a